I think, oh, yes, okay. Oh, amazing. I think, oh my god, my computer, I think, oh, and I plugged in my PS5 controller. I lost sound. If you were listening to the Costa del Sol theme and you heard it skip back, that's because I was like, is the song just quiet now? But it was because my PS5 controller was like, I'm gonna become default! Despite the fact that I've set my normal stuff up to be default, but I think my computer updated, and it was like, Hello, Scorch Fiend. Perfect timing for the stream to pop up. Were you, like, waiting? Were you, like, waiting? That's crazy if so. Hi, Danny. Hello, hello. Audio was like, no music. Yeah, it was. Immediately just went like, no music. How is everybody doing? It's weird seeing the fish pop up on the big screen. I haven't changed the fish pop up. I haven't moved lurk bait, I mean, and these fish are actually really detailed. It's crazy. They got little glimmers and shines. It's crazy. Crazy. Crazy when you think about it. I started my sitting outside and relaxing session. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Photosynthesize. It's, I mean, if you live in kind of the same-ish area as I do, it's kind of nice weather to just sit outside right now. I'm trying to move my arms so I can, my chair's arms so I can scoot in closer to my desk. Yeah, how's everybody doing? I'm good. I'm all right. I just finished working 7 days in a row, and then I have vacation. I'm starting vacation Thursday, and I'm so excited. I have 2 more shifts of work, and yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to be free for a bit over a week, and I'm gonna get so much done. I don't know. As I tell myself every single time. Not gonna stay long. That's fair. It's late where you are. It's late. You gotta get that stuff. Other than that, nothing much is new for me. Just listening to more music all the time. That's me. That's me constantly though, and working, and that's about it. That's about all I got for myself. Yeah. I'm excited for Ace Attorney. Last Ace Attorney stream, we were supposed to be having Apollo, and we were having Apollo and Phoenix fight each other in court, which is a little funky. That's a little different. Late and got my interview in the morning. Yeah. I hope that goes well. Second interview kind of like sparks the hope, right? So you never want it to go bad. Interviews are scary. I've done like 2 interviews in my life. That shit's wild. It was like, I've applied for other jobs before, but I've never gotten interviews. So only the job that I've worked at has given me interviews. And it was terrifying then, and it's still terrifying now. But yeah, let's get going. Let's get going for Ace Attorney. Around 6:30, 6:40, I've ordered some food again to go get picked up, and my partner's gonna go pick it up. So I'm really gonna go eat some dumb food. Like it's not the K-pop Demon Hunters. It's something else. I don't think I'm gonna like give my opinions on it. I think the K-pop Demon Hunter was more. I didn't actually expect this one, and I'm gonna eat it on stream, and it's gonna be mid. Hopefully this time we don't get gypped. Don't get gypped. Wait, what was that? You ever like, what is fair ever? Oh, it's mixed. You ever like open Steam and you're like, oh, that thing on the front page actually is like in my wheelhouse of games that I want to play, and then it's just gone. Just gone forever. It was not even there. It was anime! Where's my anime? I don't know now. Now I'm sad. My anime's gone. Alright, let's open Apollo Justice. Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice. The Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice. Let's move it over. Move it over to the gaming. Yeah. And let's put this thing on auto hide. Yeah. Oh, no. And let's turn off this music. Yes, perfect timing. Perfect transition of music. Alright, also, I finished a mermaid piece that I'm going to upload on Tuesday. It's going to cut the line in front of everything else, so everything gets shifted back a little. If you're in the early access channels in my Discord, there is like 6 things, and I upload artwork once a week to keep the backlog going strong. And I'm impressed with myself. I don't know if anybody else is moderately impressed with me for how much shit is just sitting in there. But I'm impressed with myself. I'm like, damn. It's also weird because before, like, for the majority of like my art time online, I've just been uploading things as I finish them. Like, I would just be like, oh, I'm done this, and I'm just gonna upload it right now. Like, here, it's ready to share. And now I'm like, this shit can sit here for like a month before anyone sees it. And I used to never be like that. And there's this weird freeing sense, right? Like, there's this thing where you hear like other artists talk about, like, what you'll see the issues when you upload it, but when it's just sitting there, you can kind of just fix it. You can just you'll end up seeing it in like a week. And you can fix it, and then you can upload it, and then like I want to say emotional attachment in a way that, like, when it's like brand new and you're feeling really, really good about it, it disappears a little bit. It dissipates. You're like, oh, this is like a really good thing, and then you upload it, and you're in like such a rush, that it like misses the mark, and you're like, oh wow, actually maybe I'm really trash, even though those don't correlate at all. And it feels like emotionally freeing to be like, this has been sitting in this folder waiting to be uploaded for a month, and I still think it looks pretty good. And I've thought about like how I'm gonna tag it, when I'm gonna post it, all this other stuff, so it makes it a lot easier to go about it that way. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody else, but it's like the non-immediacy to like get it in front of people makes it feel a little easier to do it. Even though it wasn't ever difficult before, but it's different. It's different. We're also impressed. I'm always impressed. Yay, I'm impressive! Let's go. You're all like, I'm impressed, and I'm about to enter a trial, and I'm gonna ruin all your perceptions of me. I'm gonna be like, let's go. Apollo and Phoenix are battling in the court. And it's gonna be crazy. And that means I use the same voice for Apollo and Phoenix because I was like, they're never gonna be in the same scene. And definitely never gonna be in court together. So I get to speak like a normal person for the majority of this case. And that means that my voice hopefully won't die today. Just quickly. Wait, does someone think Soren is not impressive? I'm just a little cat girl. It's okay, you know? Oh my god. I'm sure my coworkers don't think I'm that impressive. They know me as a person. And they're like, this dumb bitch. This dumb bitch. She can't count to 5. She can only count to 4. Just so you know, I'm not going to take sides. Message received, loud and clear. Good, because I don't like this one bit. You and Daddy should be on the same team. Sorry, Trucy. Wow, she's really mad. I'm sorry too, little lady. This is all my fault. Blasphemy and shame. I'm just worried things will never be the same between Daddy and Apollo. If they go through with this. Is that all? Well, I wouldn't worry about that. That's the way it is with us men. We may fight, but we don't burn bridges. I think people burn bridges. I think men burn some bridges sometimes. Really? Sure, 1 minute we're trading blows, and the next we're having drinks together. We're simple creatures at heart. I sure hope you're right. Sorry I'm late, Apollo. Athena, there you are. What happened with you and Mr. Wright yesterday? Oh, about that. I ended up going to the wrong airport. Hi, Jess, hello! I was waiting there thinking his flight was really late, and before I knew it, I dozed off. By the time I woke up, it was already dark. I figured something like that had happened. Being late and dozing off are the two things you do best. Guilty as charged. So then I take it you have no idea what today's case is about? Not a clue, sorry. What is today's case about, if I might ask? Another locked room mystery? A suspect with a flimsy alibi? Oh, or a dying message. Sorry, strike 3, you're out. It's a civil case. A civil case? You act like I'm speaking Swahili over here. It's just the Right Anything Agency specializes in criminal law. Or so I thought. And in civil cases, there are no prosecutors, right? Instead, both parties retain a lawyer. Right. And the other lawyer is somebody you know very well. Really? Who? The trial will begin shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom at once. Okay, let's do this. Apollo, wait. Who's the other attorney? And where is Mr. Wright? No time to explain. Let's go. Okay. Right behind you. Oh. This civil case is gonna turn quickly into a murder. There has to be a murder. Also, these guys are not like. If you're into criminal law, does that make you specialized for civil law, especially like with possession of property? I don't know. I don't know how this stuff works. I'm not a lawyer. Probably depends on your jurisdiction, and everything is legal in Japanifornia. Everything's legal in New Jersey. I love Hamilton. I don't know if any of you guys have listened to Hamilton. Hamilton is great. If you're ever bored, you should listen to Hamilton. It's only like 2 hours. Court is now in session. Is this some sort of practice session? A mock trial, perhaps? No, it's not, Your Honor. It's the real deal, Your Honor. So then you two have had a falling out. I won't have you using my courtroom for that, you know. It's nothing like that, Your Honor. Exactly. It just so happens that we have different clients in this case. I see. Well, here's to hoping this has no adverse effect in your working relationship. You can say that again. I had no idea we were going up against the boss today. You sure this is a good idea, Apollo? What? Do you want to switch sides? Honestly, I'd rather be anywhere but here right now. Well, at least she is here. I'm really going to need her help. Mr. Justice. Yes? Don't expect me to pull any punches just because you're the opposing lawyer. As I said, the kid gloves are off. And come what may, they'll stay off. I can't wait to see him bluffing from a different perspective. This man's gonna pull something out of his ass, and we're gonna be like, no, that's stupid. Same here, Mr. Wright. If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you'll get. Yeesh, you guys are really chomping at the bit, aren't you? I don't mind a good fight between coworkers. Just keep this civil case civil. Now then, if the plaintiff would take the stand, we may begin. Oh, it's gonna be that guy, ain't it? Ah, yes. Right, left, right, left. Noble judge, members of the gallery, good day to you. I am politician. This is but the start of my epic management campaign, and you all have the honor of witnessing it. I believe the youth of this country are our very future. Too long have they been looked down on and given the cold shoulder. So to them I say, ask not what you can do for your country, ask what you can do for me. Mr. Attition, what is this crazy contraption you're riding in on? Politician. Yeah. It's such a good pun. It's such a good pun. It's my custom-made election-winning campaign mobile. Beautiful, isn't it? You're at a witness stand, not a campaign podium, so come out of there this instant. Did someone say custom-made? Hell yeah, they did. Hey, Teo. How are you doing today? Oh, I saw you had some migraines. How are you doing? All right, now with the plaintiff's attorney, Mr. Wright, please explain the complaint filed against the defendant. Bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Tishan's complaint against the defendant is simple. The defendant, one Dirk Sadmahi, stole my client's family heirloom, the crystal of Ami Faye. Mr. Atishan merely seeks its return. This wouldn't have happened if that archaeologist hadn't kicked the bucket! I see. Well, Mr. Justice, let's have your opening statement if you would. It's alright, I'll call in tomorrow, just hoping I don't get another migraine tomorrow. That's fair. That's so fair. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's that time of the year, right? When you're just like, your brain is exploding. The defense asserts that the item in question is the Founder's Orb, a sacred relic from Quran. Go on. It seems somebody asked an archaeologist, Dr. Archie Buff, to study the orb. Dr. Buff determined that it was a Quranese national treasure known as the Founder's Orb. The very orb that was stolen from a treasure room in Quran several weeks ago. Why, yes, I saw a news report about that. The theft of a Quranese national treasure caused quite an uproar in the kingdom. Well, we believe that it was not, in fact, a theft in the traditional sense, but rather that it was spirited out of Quran by someone for Dr. Buff to study it. You don't say, and? Around that time, an acquaintance of the defendant learned of Dr. Buff. He made contact with the doctor who agreed to hand over the orb. Apparently, the doctor wanted nothing to do with it once he'd learned it had been stolen. It seems you even have a transfer agreement between the both parties. Mr. Sadmahi also agreed to return the Founder's Orb to the Kingdom of Quran, once the doctor verified it was the real thing. I see, so this dispute centers on whether the item in question is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Ami Faye. Yes, it does. It always explodes once a month, but 3 a week doesn't usually happen. Oh gosh, it's getting too powerful. Have a good night, Sergeant. Have a good sleep, Danny. Have good EPs, and hopefully tomorrow goes well. Thank you, and 64 months is insane, but thank you for 64 months. Oh my god. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 that just gets worse. I just changed. That, in turn, will determine the object's rightful owner. I better bring my A-game. Going up against Mr. Wright won't be a walk in the park. Come to think of it, the name Dirk Sadmahi sounds awfully familiar. But I can't recall where I've heard it. Oh, it's probably your imagination, Your Honor. He's just a tourist, after all. My imagination, you say? Are you sure about this, Apollo? He's a wanted criminal in Quran, isn't he? In Quran, yes. Here, he's just a tourist. Very well, let's begin the proceedings. Bailiff, would you bring in the first witness? Do you have witnesses in civil cases? I don't remember who this is. Oh, it's Emma. It's also always Emma. Emma and her forensic expertise. Show some manners. We're in court. I know, it's just... This is a civil trial, so I was surprised to see a detective take the stand. I had her do some digging on Dr. Buff. What for? You disappoint me, Apollo. First, you know, I'm not just a detective, I'm a forensic scientist. Do try to remember that. Second, you owe Mr. Wright an apology. After all he's done for you, you have some nerve. First, I'm sorry, and second, I'm really just trying to do my job. You'll never get anywhere with that attitude. Take some advice from someone who's been there. So true, Apollo. He's just a tourist here. He is just a tourist. He's just coming and leaving. That's all he's doing. Why do I feel like I'm on trial here? Detective Skye, your testimony, if you please. The doctor's dark secret. Oh, no! The police have had their eyes on Dr. Buff for some time. Also, it's the Crystal of Ami Faye. I don't know what's going on. I'm just biased. Okay. It's gonna... Chad, do you think it's gonna be the Founder's Orb, or do you think it's gonna be the Crystal of Ami Faye? Who knows right now? The police have had their eyes on Dr. Buff for some time. The jar of dirt! And just today, a number of stolen artifacts were discovered in his study. Maya deserves a little royal crystal as a treat. But it wouldn't go to Maya, it would go to Politician. Among them were a priceless urn and a statue that were stolen from the Fae Clan. It seems the doctor would do anything to study artifacts, including steal them. We'll figure it out. As for the relic at the center of this dispute, he likely stole it from the Attition residence. I like how he's like, the crystal of Ami Faye is my family heirloom. Despite the fact that, like, literally, like, Maya Faye is, like, right there, and that would be her family heirloom, unless for whatever reason the Politicians are, like, an offshoot, secondary, subsidiary branch of the Fae Clan that lost their ability to channel spirits. And I'm actually assuming that that's literally what's going to happen. The doctor is a thief. Why am I just hearing about this now? Well, cat burglar isn't something he'd put on his resume. He was more careful than that. But the fact is, he was a classic treasure hunter. A treasure hunter, huh? Like people who have thrilling adventures in exotic places, risking life and limb for glory. I doubt Dr. Buff was the star of his own hit movie series, Athena. Out of respect for the dead, I will say that Dr. Buff wasn't doing it to get rich. Apparently, he only wanted to borrow the artifacts to study them. He would then return them as soon as his research was finished. According to the doctor's child, he would even repair or restore some of the artifacts he stole before returning them. He believed he was honoring the dead by discovering their histories through the artifacts. But whatever lofty ideals he held, it made no difference. Larceny is larceny. Yes. He certainly sounds no different from a regular thief to me. So, let's say for a moment the doctor really did moonlight in stealing artifacts. Might he not have stolen the Founder's Orb in Quran and brought it back here himself? No. There's no record of him traveling overseas over the past few years. Plus, he couldn't very well leave his reclusive child at home all alone. Then how is he stealing artifacts if he's not leaving his little reclusive child home alone? What do you mean, Phoenix? That's a contradiction in the opposition. The other defense. This really must be the crystal of Ami Faye. Yes, he stole it from the Attition residence, probably so he could study it. This is the left hook I did not need. Bro, what do you mean? He just asserted a fact. That's all he did. His fact, his truth. You gotta say your truth. You gotta be like a middle-aged Facebook mom talking about her truth. Why are there two defenses? Because we're in a civil case right now over this orb. No one has died yet. Well, actually, someone did die, but just reading it like it was an accident, despite the fact that it clearly looks like a homicide. And we're fighting over the ownership of the orb. Whether it is the Founder's Orb to go to our man Dirk, or if it is the Crystal of Ami Faye to go to Mr. Politician. So we have to discover the identity of the crystal, the orb. I bet you never saw that coming, Apollo. Yeah, when Mr. Wright said the kid gloves were up, he wasn't kidding. He just said it was the orb, bro. Why are you so... We should prove it was murder to make it a criminal trial, right? And then we don't have to go against Mr. Wright. That's the strat. Yeah, exactly. Mr. Justice, you may proceed with your cross-examination. This is why I'm like, do witnesses show up at civil cases? Let's look this up. I feel like they don't. Can you call witnesses to civil cases? I guess so, yeah, okay. Yeah, there are witnesses, okay. Sure, it is scurry when he's not on our side. I like that he just was like, it was probably stolen. And then Apollo's like, oh no, oh god, oh no. The police have had their eyes on Dr. Buff for some time.
Hold it!
How exactly did Dr. Buff arouse the suspicion of the police anyways? Chalk it up to good old-fashioned sleuthing. After investigating countless artifact thefts over the past few years, the police finally zeroed in on him, and the doctor became their prime suspect. A number of those artifact thefts occurred in Khura'in Village, too, if I might add. Just remember AA4, that fucker is weird and scary when we don't know what he's thinking, right? But this was written by a completely different person, so I'm like, he's just gonna be a lawyer. He can't be scarier than Edgeworth, you know? He can't be scarier than Francesca, or Godot, or Clavier. Kristoff, even. Kristoff would kill you. And they started right around the time the doctor moved there. AA6 is just better than 5, yeah. But he was never arrested. I take it there was nothing concrete linking him to the crime. No, which is why we were never able to get a search warrant in the first place. It's hard to arrest artifact thieves unless you catch them red-handed. Still, the police had him under constant surveillance. Okay, so they didn't catch him fucking red-handed under constant surveillance? And just today, a number of stolen artifacts were discovered in his study.
Hold it!
Are you sure these allegedly stolen artifacts are the real deal? They're not fakes, that's for sure. Take the urn, for example. Apparently, it's an extremely intricate work of art. Its designs, cracks, and other features would be impossible to replicate perfectly. Actually, I've had a few run-ins with that urn myself, so I was shocked to see it there in the doctor's study. Me too. I could say without a doubt, that urn was stolen from the Fae Clan. I see. Detective Sky, please continue with your testimony if you would. Among them were a priceless urn and a statue that were stolen from the Fae Clan.
Hold it!
Okay, she's just repeating what Phoenix said. Were any other stolen artifacts found besides those belonging to the Faes? Yes, for instance, the dinosaur. Remember the large relief on the wall? It was chiseled out of some ancient ruins in the kingdom of Khura'in several years ago. Chiseled out? Didn't that damage it? Well, he did restore parts that were so faded you can barely see them anymore. It seems he intended to return it someday, so one could say his intentions were good. But good intentions are no get out of jail free card, that's a fact. If I might add, with respect for the deceased, the quality of the restoration was apparently exceptional. It seems the doctor invested a lot of money in hiring an extremely talented specialist. He sounds like a good man. Who took a wrong turn somewhere? The fact that the Fae urn is still held up with pink glue is so funny. Yeah, it's so funny. It houses the spirit of Ami Fae. Ami Fae is fucking free! Like I said, so I don't think he's getting out of jail. No. And he totally died by an accident, not a homicide of any possibility that was, yeah, with words. Yeah. I guess Sarge takes after him in that way. Any further questions? If not, it seems the doctor would do anything to study artifacts, including steal them. How do you get a wall relief? Like there's the Quran wall relief on his wall, and he's never been there. So obviously, he is not the thief. He's being brought stolen artifacts to study. And someone has to be the one bringing them. So he's not the thief. He's just holding on to stolen objects, which is completely different. So I keep saying he's a thief, but I prefer the term opportunistic restorator. Basically. But again, like, he's not... I mean, unless he's, like, putting out hits and stuff, being like, I want this. Bring me this. But they haven't given proof of that. Like, the fact that he's just So, like, I'll just give it back or, like, whatever. He just puts the stuff back. Yeah, he just gives it away. And, like, he gives it back to the people who owned it. And it's a little suspicious. There has to be some third party that's either, like, voluntarily doing it, who are like, oh yeah, we stole this fucking urn today from the Fae clan, you want to look at it, restore it a little bit, fix it? And he's like, hell yeah, brother. Or someone just dumps it on his thing and he's like, ooh, a new shiny, and then he learns that it's stolen. Or he's like, at this point he's just assuming it's stolen, and he studies it a bit, and then he's just like, oh, this is yours, you may have it back. A third party? I'm almost 30. I'm still recovering from the first man. Oh no. Teo, you got a party on your birthday. It seems the doctor would do anything to study artifacts, including steal them. Hold it! Had these alleged thefts been going on for some time? At least 5 years, as far as we can tell. All the recent thefts have been local. But before moving to Karain Village, he had been stealing from ruins around the world. Is it illegal to steal from a ruin? They're dead. Better than the British Museum. British. You better sentence the British. Dr. Buff was an international criminal. Bro, why didn't you arrest him? This data lends itself to but one conclusion. Dr. Buff was a thief. As for the relic at the center of this dispute, he likely stole it from the Attition residence. Hold it! Do you have proof? You claim he stole a family heirloom from the Attition residence, but claiming something doesn't make it true. Unfortunately, it is true. How can you be so sure? A police report was filed concerning the theft 1 year ago, in fact. What? A whole year ago? But what if they stole it from the Fae clan and they're gonna be like, you have stolen what is rightfully mine? What I rightfully stole. It's like that line from The Princess Bride. I think it is like, you cannot steal what I have rightfully stolen, or something like that. What? A whole year ago? August 25th of last year, to be exact. The report states, and I quote, the crystal of Amife was discovered to be missing from the Attition storehouse at 10 a.m. The storehouse lock had been picked. Signed, Politician Wimperson. Oh my god! Wimperson! Oh my god. Well, a year-old report certainly lends the plaintiff's claims credence. The doctor really could have stolen the crystal of Amife. Not only that, Your Honor, but the Founder's Orb was only found to be missing several weeks ago. That is nearly a year after the crystal's theft was reported. Therefore, I believe we must consider the orb and the crystal to be two separate items. They're the same fucking item. The same that orb was never in that intricate case. It was never there. There was never a fucking orb in there. Look at this orb. It looks like the moon. What's even in here? Why do I still have a picture of his dad in my pocket? This man's dead, and this is not an accident, sir. I don't remember what was in the Mitama motif. Oh, that's gonna be important, right? Yeah, the Mitama. Okay, that's what's gonna link it. Oh, and Sarge's drone. The email. You have to crack the riddle. The opaque crystal orb is the key. The raincoat. The moss. You couldn't read without these. They're found. Oh god. Custom made glasses. I love the character designs in these games so much. They're so good. We must consider the orb and the crystal to be two separate items. Politician Wimperson. Not the most awe-inspiring tail end, is it? I see why he cut it. Not that he inspires confidence without it, still I'd probably do the same in his shoes. added to a police report was filed about the crystal's theft about a year ago, and the theft of the Founder's Orb was only reported a few weeks ago. So the crystal's police report was filed way before the orb was found missing. That suggests the stolen relic is the crystal of Amifeia, as Mr. Attition Wimperson asserts. I like that we're just adding the Wimperson to the end now. We're just like, we know you a bitch, and we added it to the end. I doubt the police report is a fake. After all, Emma is the one who submitted it as evidence. Still, I feel like something we learned in that police report is important somehow. Well, I gotta open it. I haven't read it yet. The crystal of Amifeia was discovered to be missing from the Attition storehouse at 10 a.m. The storehouse lock had been picked. The Attition storehouse at 10 a.m. I thought this would give me more information. Oh no. The number of stolen artifacts were discovered in a study. Priceless urns. A dispute likely still from the Attition residence. Let's see what they have to say. This report was filed with the crystal theft. Stolen relic is the crystal. Okay, we learned in the police report is important somehow. I like that this is the first like puzzle that I'm on, and I'm like, I'm already stuck. Civil cases are hard, man. Among them were a priceless urn and a fake clan. It was stolen at 10 a.m. Why weren't you guys watching? Anything to steal them, the relic of the center of the dispute. Do we have like a description of what this thing looked like? Like, can the politician family describe the orb? I already saved, so I'm just gonna throw this.
Objection!
Nope, not there. That statement contradicts this piece of evidence. And just how does it contradict? By being a bitch, that's how. Butter.
Objection!
Nope, it's not that one. Does the objection sound weird, or is my volume lower? He sounds like he's a little sick. Maybe, wait, this is the, no, this is not the first Apollo case of the game, right? No, it's not. It's the second Apollo case. Does the objection sound weird to anybody when he objects? I remember in the first game, his objection or his hold it sound scared me. Alright, I'm gonna consult. It's just me, or does this statement sound a bit dubious? You know what? You're right. Thanks, Athena. Anytime. It's okay, you're role-playing Apollo being canonically a worse lawyer than Phoenix. Hell yeah, I am! Okay. Let's see, okay.
Objection!
I have an idea. I have a thought. I thought I had to use the police report.
Objection!
Okay, it's not the research notes. I did that.
Objection!
Okay, it's the fucking email? Okay. Let me reload this. I know what it is now. Okay. All right.
Objection!
I'm not a worse lawyer than Phoenix. I just jump around timelines to get the correct answer very quickly. The doctor stole the relic from the plaintiff? Are you sure? Because that statement doesn't agree with a certain piece of evidence. What do you mean? Take a look at this. What about it? This contains an email from the doctor's computer. Email? In that little piece of plastic? I'm afraid I don't understand. Oh, the stick here can store all sorts of computer data. I still don't get it. Here, just look at this. Look at the printout. Apparently, the doctor was reporting his research findings to a certain individual. Now, take a look at this. It's the police report Detective Sky presented to this court. You can see the plaintiff's legal name on it. Oh! Oh, okay, that went over my head. I didn't look at who it was to. I was just like, I know that's not, it's, oh. I feel, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Oh. Paw. Okay. I can see why he dropped the Wimperson from his name, but that's hardly breaking news. Look closer, Your Honor. Yeah, let's go. His initials. Right? The plaintiff's full legal name is Paul Addition Wimperson. Now, consider this. The email's recipient address starts with 3 letters. That's funny. That's funny. Don't tell me. Oh, but I will anyways. The individual who hired the doctor to study the disputed item is none other than politician Wimperson. Wait, then that means... Exactly. He wouldn't have asked the man who stole his family heirloom to study it. Therefore, how could this possibly be the crystal of Ami Faye? Ah! We're turning this into a murder case. Never checked the doctor's emails. Couldn't even figure out the password to his computer. The plaintiff willingly left the orb in the doctor's care so he could study it at the behest of his benefactor. Wait, then what about the police report? I have all the details of the theft right here. It's probably for another relic, the real crystal of Ami Faye. He is just using the report as a way to claim that our orb is actually his stolen crystal. And how are you so certain that PA refers to my client's initials? Dude was flabbergasted 5 seconds ago, and this is literally what he should have immediately said after. Holy shit. Maybe the email's recipient was a dog lover. He's not wrong. Perhaps, so let's get to know your client a little better, shall we? Mr. Politician Wimperson. Oh my god, he's not in his box. I suppose shutting down detractors is all part of a politician's job. Answer me this, Mr. Addition Wimperson. What is... Okay, wait, it's 7/11, right? So that would be May 11th. What's your birthday? What's your birthday? My birthday? Wait, no, yeah, in my mind I was thinking May 11th for some reason. But yeah, it's July. July is the 7th fucking month. I can't count, Chad. I can't count. It's 7/11. This is July 11th. But what is it to you? Oh, I see. You can address birthday gifts to my office. But full disclosure, I only accept gifts valued at $1,000 or more. Why is everyone gone silent? How could anyone be that self-centered? All right, politicians. Did everyone hear that? 7-Eleven. Do the ones in Canada have the food stuff from Japan? No, I don't think so. Although, in my defense, I have never been in a 7-Eleven before, so, I can't really say. I think there is one in my town, though. Maybe I should go there sometime. Let me look. Is there even a 7-Eleven? I thought there was. No. Are there 7? Okay. There's 3 in the town next to me. There are... Oh my god. Wait. Wait a second. They're not... No, there has to be. There has to be one in Toronto. What? Excuse me? 7-Eleven, Ontario. Okay, map. Okay. It's showing me all of them, not the... Okay, there aren't that many. There's 3 there. There's one in the middle of some fuck-ass place. There's 3 there. There's 1 7-Eleven in Toronto. Oh my god. There's more 7-Elevens in smaller cities. There aren't that many 7-Elevens in Ontario, at least. I can't say for all of Canada. For whatever reason, when I zoom out on the map, it shows me all the ones in Ontario, and then it shows me one in San Diego for whatever reason. But no, there's not many 7-Elevens here, and I don't think they have the food. I just came here to fish before I go to sleep. That's awesome. Hey, Chihuahua. Hope you have a good sleep. Supposedly other stores are going to start carrying Japan food stuff. Not sure how far that went. I think that's going to be awful. Oh my god, Chart! Chart! It's the guy! The little man! Who the fuck? It's Chart! It's Chart! Chart! He's been fished up twice. Once by Val and once by Teo. Let's go. Chart! Well, I'm gonna dump it back into the pond. That's fine. You dump it back into the pond. Chart! Anyways, he said July 11th. July 11th, or rather 7-Eleven, matches the numbers in the email address. Both the name and the birth date are a match. I hardly think that's a coincidence. That poor pond. Wait. Why, you sneaky little. Looks like someone finally decided to join the conversation. Would the plaintiff care to explain? I would like to say that it's quite what? Quite a thing you said. Any other thoughts? No further comments. I stand by my previous statement. My birthday is July 11th. A piranha.
Hold it!
You can't just walk away. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. You can't just walk away. Even politicians have to explain themselves in a court of law. I'm afraid I simply don't know how it happened. I can't possibly explain matters outside of my purview. Perhaps it was a mistake on the part of my secretary. Oh no, you don't, you slippery eel. Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? I won't argue your assertion. My client lent the treasure in question to the doctor and asked him to study it. So then I win. I win. It's the we got the actually I don't win. Simple and clean is the way you... Simple and clean is the way you... let it go. Hold me, whatever I see on this morning. I'm gonna get a fucking... Utada is immortal. Oh my god. So I have a story of Utada. I guess I'm playing some... You are playing some Kingdom Hearts tonight. I didn't think that was negotiable. I listened to all of Utada's music. And I was expecting, my expectations were that everything was going to be like Kingdom Hearts. Like it was all like simple and clean and Sanctuary, you know, because those weren't made for Kingdom Hearts. They were kind of just licensed, right? Like simple and like Face Your Fears was made for Kingdom Hearts, but the other two were just her songs. And I was like excited. And then I listened to all of her music and I was like, bro, this actually kind of mid as fuck. And I'm sorry, I think her voice is fantastic, but her English music is I don't like it. I prefer her Japanese music because I can't understand what she's saying, and that makes it better. Like there's so many just weird songs that she has. Like I cannot with You're Easy Breezy and I'm Japanesey, and I lost my fucking mind hearing that at work. And also the like, we can make a melting pot, baby. Like I'm a bit. Stop, stop. Hikari is superior to Simple and Clean. Oh my gosh. As someone who can only speak English, I love Simple and Clean. It's so nonsensical. Like Simple and Clean means nothing. Like when you try and decipher what the fuck this song means, it means nothing. There's nothing going on. It's like it has hints of being kind of like a love song, but it doesn't have any conclusion or cohesion. It's just random bullshit. It's like every Max Martin song, like the Backstreet Boys, like I want it that way. What the fuck do you want that way? Like he doesn't fucking know what he wanted anyways. She also wrote that when she was like super young. That's fair too. But I just it sounds fan. I love Simple and Clean or Hikari. I don't care. Give me either one. They're great. I like Face My Fears or Face Your Fears until Skrillex pops in. Why did he have to be there? Simple and Clean is best. It's great. And it's just bleh. I want to be like more positive about Utada, but like I'm just listening to her whole discography, I was like, this ain't it, Queen. This ain't it. Okay, there's some really good ones. Like I remember before I even watched the Evangelion films, she does the I feel like the songs that she does for other things are better than the songs she just makes. And I don't know if that like resonates on anybody, but that song she did for Chainsaw Man is really good. The song she did for the Evangelion Rebuilds, really good. She did the opening theme for To Your Eternity, which is probably something only I give a shit about, and that's really good. But then like everything else that she makes that doesn't seem like it gets inserted into an anime or a video game is like varying in quality from like this is really stupid and then this is not. Hearts. I've listened to her entire discography. One Last Kiss is pretty damn yeah. I remember I didn't even know it was from Evangelion, and when we finished Evangelion on Monday, I like slammed my hands on the table. I'm like, is that Utada? So recognizing, it's crazy. Anyways, my client lent the treasure in question to the doctor and asked him to study it. It seems that much is a fact. Now we're getting somewhere. No, this is gonna backfire on us real bad. However, it has no bearing on the issue of ownership. Sakura Drops is probably my favorite song still. I'm not sure if I know which one that is. How so? Mr. Attition, I fully understand your position here. You had to hide the fact that you sent the crystal out to be studied. Your family would have been very upset if they had found out. It's a family heirloom after all. You've got to be kidding me. Mr. Wright is, well, right of course, but then he always is. That's why he's my lawyer. The crystal is a precious Attition family heirloom and has been for centuries. But Dr. Buff was so eager to study its proud heritage, I just couldn't say no. Is he stealing things then? If he's just like, can I study this please? And you go, why yes you can, Doctor. I will let you borrow it. You may look at it, you may restore it. Yes, so it wasn't a theft. So your credibility is already shot. I didn't even tell my grandfather.
Objection!
But in order to win the backing of your so-called benefactor, you are going to give what you claim to be the crystal Ami Fae to that person. You were going to give a precious family heirloom away just like that. I was going to explain everything to grandfather later. Honest. My client's grandfather is very proud of his grandson for following in his footsteps, and if refusing him would have meant dashing the dreams of his darling grandson, I doubt the kindly old man would have said no. Well, grandchildren are meant to be spoiled. That's what grandfathers are for. Your Honor, please. I mean, it's been in the family for centuries. My grandfather thinks highly of my talents as a politician. That's why he entrusted me with this very important name placard today. Didn't even include the Wimperson. He loves me. Abe? Abe? Yeah, they don't I think I like Don't Think Twice much better than Face My Fears. I like Don't Think Twice is so good. It's so good. There's just something about the Skrillex bit. Like Face My Fears could have been like if they just did it with the Skrillex. Skrillex was out of left field for real. Yeah. Oh, that was we didn't need that, but you know, I appreciate the audacity to do something crazy. We didn't need to do it though. So I'm sure he would have been okay with me using the crystal as I saw fit. Grandpa's spoiled little brat. I need an acoustic version with just Utada. I bet one might exist. Potentially, because there's a lot of versions of things. I think the judge is buying it, Apollo. No surprise there. He's always going on about his own grandchildren after all. Excuse me. Can I leave now, Mr. Wright? I believe my work here is done. By all means, Detective Sky. Thank you for your assistance. You're welcome. It's nice to testify at a civil trial once in a while. See you around. It seems the facts have changed somewhat. Mr. Attition Wimperson apparently lent his family heirloom to Dr. Buff. Mr. Justice, how would the defense like to proceed? Oh, alright. Now what? Apollo, let's hear what they know about this so-called crystal of Ami Fae. Maybe we can find some inconsistencies in their statements. Right. Okay then, Mr. Wright. If the item in question really is the Attition family heirloom, then let's hear all your client knows about it. Of course. Mr. Attition Wimperson, please tell the defense everything you know about the crystal's origin. All right, now then, listen and learn. This is the tale of the crystal of Ami Fae and the illustrious history of the Attition clan. Are you ready? Please put aside sufficient time to watch the cutscenes in entirety. Pop-up just started right now. Our story begins in the old country when the Attition family reigned supreme. The illustrious history of the Attition clan. My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler. He protected the spirit mediums, a minority back then, from the rest of the locals. Some discriminated against them, you see, while others tried to abuse their power. As thanks, Ami Fae gave the crystal she had made, specially made as a gift to him. I am a descendant of that great lord. As such, my political power and influence is backed by centuries of history. Well, that's evolved in a great load of self-aggrandizing propaganda fast. As you can see, he doesn't even know what it looks like. Last but not Utada, definitely listen to their album Science Fiction. They did a re-recording of Hikari that is amazing. I believe I have listened to their album called Science Fiction. I went through her in entire discography. When did I do that? When did I have dates? I have dates. I date when I finish them. Album music to listen to. Okay. Where is her name? But where is ooh 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 ooh, where is I think I passed it. That was their newest album. Yeah. Let me just. I finished her album on November 16th. And let's see. There was science fiction on here. I put it under the H's. Oh no. Wait, when did that come out? Science fiction. Was it like recently? It's actually not on my list. Oh, it's because it's a greatest hit. I don't add compilation albums. I don't do that. Okay, so I don't do like re-recorded and stuff. So I did not listen to that one. But I haven't listened to okay, Precious wasn't on Spotify, so I didn't listen to Precious. First Love, Distance, Deep River, Exodus, Ultra Blue Heart Station. This is the one. Fantome, Hatsukoi, and Bad Mode were the ones that I listened to. Alright, let's get back to Ace Attorney. Oh, fuck. The Crystal Mommy Fae is an heirloom of the esteemed house of Attition. And you have proof that it has always been in the Attition family? I have someone who gave a statement to that effect. My client's neighbor, one Ives Shinetto, age 85, gave the following statement. The Attition showed me the crystal back when I was but a lad. Does he know what it looked like? Can we really trust the memory of an old man? He might have dementia. I can listen to the re-recording of Hikari though. Just because I will take your recommendation. But yeah, so on my album listening project, just to clarify a little bit, it's not that important, but I like talking about it. I skip compilation albums, so anything that's like a re-release of songs that have already been released, even if it's like re-recorded or remastered, I skip those because I've already kind of done that. I skip live albums. And I don't listen to the deluxe versions of albums if the option is on a regular version, simply because usually the deluxe version, it might have like an extra song or two, but it also has like usually it's like, oh, here's like a live version, or here's the instrumentals, or here's just like an acoustic version of the same song, which is fine. But like if I'm trying to go through someone's discography, like their studio albums, I don't want to have to listen to like, you know, the same things multiple times. I've never been big on live albums. I love lives. I think lives are fantastic. There's like, I love the like, I know that like a lot of people don't like live music or like recorded lives, and sometimes they sound really bad. I'm just gonna say, like sometimes like live albums and live recorded versions, sometimes they have like weird mixing and it just sounds bad. But like I love the like when it is genuine, like just the genuine way that everything sounds, and especially like the vocals. I think I like the studio version always has so much like editing to vocals, where it's like there's like 80 layers of vocal, or there's so much compression and filter, and listening to like someone who sings, having just sing those parts that might have been like heavily edited, it just feels like really genuine and like a lot more like interesting to me. And sometimes like the enunciation is different because it's live and mistakes happen, and you're never gonna get like 100% studio version. And I just like that. I like the like authenticity of like live vocal and live playing. And sometimes like the mix is gonna sound worse than the studio version, but I just like the authenticity if it's authentic, because a lot of lives, depending on who it is, it's either being heavily pitch corrected live or auto-tuned live, so it's going to match perfectly. But that's more of a problem in pop for the most part, where like people want to hear the studio sound live, so it's all very like meticulously edited and engineered to sound very, very authentic to the studio album, and like just like it. Where like a lot of like other genres are just like they're just up there, and they yeah they could be like, you know, doing their best to replicate the same thing, but it's just gonna be like authentically like not edited, and or like not too much edited, and I like that. I really like that. I think the last one I listened to was Linkin Park in Texas from like 2005. Oh wow. I usually also focus on their main albums too. I'm sorry for my tangent. I'm just a super Utada fan. I'm sorry for kind of being on the opposite spectrum where I'm like, I really like her music that she makes. Like the music from her that I like, I really, really like it. But I feel like in the overwhelming, like the overall purview of her in music that I've heard, I'm just like, it's not what I was hoping it would be. You know, I was disillusioned by Simple and Clean and you know, actually when I find a new artist, I tend to go through their main albums. That's a good way to do it. Oh my god, I respect that so much. I usually like it would, and before I started my like music listening thing, I would always like I would find somebody that I like, and I would be like, oh, I like this song and this one and this one. And I'd be like, I've never really heard that one before, but I don't really feel like listening to it right now. And I wish that I was more like, oh, I like that. I'm gonna go listen to like not like everything, but like this is their best album they've ever made. Like let's listen to that in full or something. And I wish I was more like that. And that's kind of like why I started doing my own listening album project thing, because I had like artists that I liked, like that I'd never listened to their entire discography, despite being like I'm a fan. I've been to their concerts, and I was like I've never listened to all of their music before. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna do that. There's nothing stopping me. Spotify exists. My problem is when I find an artist, I will hyperfixate and only listen to them, which makes finding new music so difficult. Oh my god, right now I really love Seventh Wonder. And I'm like, I will listen to the same song. But then when I'm at work, I'm like listening to stuff. It sounds fantastic. Like I listened to Power Paladin today. Power Paladin is great. But the whole time I was like, I really want to listen to Seventh Wonder. I need to get back to Ace Attorney. I'm like, Mr. Justice, would you care to explain that statement to the judge? Fuck, what were we talking about? Oh, or I didn't mean, what I'm trying to say is, Attorney the Aces. Never underestimate the memory of your elders. Oh, yes, okay. I may forget my verdicts the next day, but the memories of my past are clear as day. Therefore, I find Mr. Ives Shineto's statement to be perfectly credible. You don't even know the guy! Get him on the stand! Wow, did you see how Mr. Wright got the judge on his side? That's definitely a trick I want up my sleeve. Yeah. Yes, Attorney the Aces. Hello, you are doing great. Am I? Okay, thank you. Hi, JF0. How you doing? Judge is such a mood for real. He is. He's so manipulable. You're not helping, Athena. You may cross-examine the witness, Mr. Justice. Cross-examination! The illustrious history of the Attition clan. Bro is always on the moment, you know, yeah. Making dinner slowly? Hell yeah, what's for dinner? Sorry, I meant to say, hope you are doing great. Oh, I thought you were coming in here being super encouraging, like, oh wow, you're doing great. And I'm like, I've played about 20 minutes of Ace Attorney in the last hour and something, because we got talking music, gonna get me way off track. You bring up music, I'm like, oh my god, you want me to tell you about my albums? I'm at 161 completed. Attition, I hope his record is not sus, yeah. My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler.
Hold it!
Who was your ancestor? That object you set down there, is it something of importance to you? It's a name placard. This one here belonged to my grandfather, Abraham Attition. Okay. He had it custom made during his distinguished political career. Custom made. Custom made. It's special because it was crafted from the finest Italian plastic. Oh my god. I wasn't aware the Italians were famous for their fine plastic. You can touch it if you want. No, I'm fine. Very well. I'll just continue with my testimony. My ancestor was praised as a benevolent ruler, but he was also an eminent politician. I wanted to eat sirloin steak, but as usual, I'm always finished by doing complicated stuff. So in the end, I'm making Korean rice bowl, galbi beef with cilantro cucumber salad, grilled onions, and fried garlic clove. That sounds delicious. I mean, as long as you're still having your sirloin, you know, that sounds yummy. He protected the spirit mediums, a minority back then, from the rest of the locals. Now on Korean food. I'll show you later if you want. Absolutely.
Hold it!
Feel free to share it. That sounds delicious. So I take it the relationship with the Fae clan was a close one. A smooth and open line of communication with my entire electorate. That is the politician way. Oh, sorry. I was asking about your ancestor. Whether it's about me or my ancestor, feel free to ask me anything you'd like. Transparency in the government, that's the politician way. More like dodging questions, that's the politician way. Thanks, I'll be sure to ask when I have something you actually answer. As I was saying, the Atishin family protected the Fae spirit mediums back then. Some discriminated against them, you see, while others tried to abuse their power.
Hold it!
Get Maya in here to corroborate these stories. Spirit mediums were targets of discrimination. Yes, some people even treated them like they were monsters. Their transformation the medium underwent when channeling spirits frightened the locals. And then there were those who tried to use them. You mean they sought to control the channeling powers of the mediums? Discriminating against the minority is absolutely despicable. A vote for me is a vote to end discrimination, a vow to root it out forever it may be. That is my promise to you. He's totally ignoring your questions. It's like you're a moderator at a political debate. Yeah, and only he cares about his talking points. As thrilling as your campaign is, could we please get back to your testimony? As you wish. Now then, as for the crystal of Ami Fae. As thanks, Ami Fae gave the crystal she had specifically made as a gift to him. Sir, this isn't a campaign speech. You ain't about to convince me, a lawyer who doesn't vote, that I'm going to vote for you. What campaign are you even running for? What position are you even running for? What election is even going on? The one in your mind?
Hold it!
You said she had it made, so then it was made in Japan. That's right. They say she hired a famous craftsman to make it. You know, Tishin has some dark money interests. Yeah, absolutely. They say it's quite valuable, too. And you were going to take such a priceless family heirloom and just give it to your patron? That's so typical of you ignorant common types. Making difficult decisions when the chips are down is what being a politician is all about. Oh, boy, a poker reference. What do you think, Phoenix? Phoenix used like a 10-year-old kid as his poker prodigy. Cheating. But only when it's in the service of your own political career, you mean? The crystal is a statement to my ancestors' remarkable achievements. Furthermore, I am a descendant of the great lord. Wait, fuck. Go back. I didn't press him on that.
Hold it!
So tell me, Mr. Tishin Wimperson, are you famous in Korean Village? You could say that, but find my popularity to be rather bemusing. Bemusing? Yes, my campaign posters keep going missing as soon as I put them up. My avid supporters and female fans are likely taking them home to hang in their bedrooms. You call it cheating. I call it smart investment. I don't think it was an investment. She wasn't getting paid. My avid supporters and female oh, yeah, I already read that. Female fans, yes. Yes. I guess ignorance really is bliss. All this only proves my fine lineage. As such, my political power and influence is backed by centuries of history.
Hold it!
I'm so sorry, but is any of that relevant to the issue of the relic's rightful owner? Have you never heard of kingcraft? Kingcraft. It is the art of ruling as a king. My father drilled it into my head from a very young age. And one of its precepts states, ruin awaits a ruler whose response to every single issue posed by the masses. What is that, like, oh yeah, it's in Final Fantasy 16 when Benedicta says, something about the shepherd who responds to every bleat of the sheeps, of the herd. Well, that answered my question about what he meant by king of his nation. Progress. She got a dad and a flat, and a whole talent agency. Yeah. Oh, hello. Happy trip to Burger King. Apollo? And who is this Ami Faye anyway? I believe she was the founder of Karain channeling technique. The plaintiff claims she had the crystal made for his ancestor. That would mean it was made in Japan, right? This is a really random fact, but it just reminded me. I used to play an MMO back in the day. And that's not important. But one of the people that I made friends with, their name was made in Japan. And we were friends. I wonder how they're doing. I'd say the investment paid off. I guess so, yeah. What you didn't get in monetary value, you got in some life benefits. Wait. That was the end of that. Okay, plaintiff claimed she had a crystal made for that would mean it was made in Japan, right? Yes, I suppose it would be. Okay. In the founding period, okay. You need to reach out, it's a sign of fate. I don't think that's possible anymore. I don't think that's possible. I don't have the account anymore, and the MMO is quite old, and we never spoke to each other off of the game. It's funny how this whole trial is from the perspective of a couple of people who absolutely know nothing about the phase, because Phoenix shares zero information, I see, with his closest associates. Yeah. What MMO was it? It was a very old free-to-play MMO. And it's been transferred ownership multiple times. So my character never got carried over to the new servers and stuff. So mine does not exist. I tried playing it again back in like 2016, and mine does not exist anymore. My accounts are gone. Was it Wizards 101? No, it was not. My ancestors praise the benevolent ruler. I did play Wizards 101 though, and Runes of Magic. Like when I was a kid, any free-to-play MMORPG that I could play, because my mom wouldn't pay for a sub, and I was too terrified to ever ask her for that. I would just play it. I would download it and I would play it, and I would try and have a big adventure, and I wouldn't get very far. I tried Nexus when it first got out. I don't know if I ever played Nexus. I would just like go through like MMO lists. I went WoW to Destiny to Final Fantasy 14. I played like every free MMO for like, I didn't play very much, right? Like I would play and I would start, like I remember like Fly FF, and I played like Luna Online, and like I didn't play Repels or whatever, and Vindicus. My brother did though. I played Runes of Magic. I played like Wizard 101. I played Terra and Ion. I played like MapleStory, like everybody else played MapleStory too, and like RuneScape. I played the first Guild Wars. I bought the game, like the physical game. It was on sale, like it was marked down to like $10, and I bought it, and it had like a level 20 character skip, and I thought that was lame as hell. I didn't get very far in Guild Wars 1 though. Same, I had that period of time where I would just play all the free-to-play MMOs possible. Yeah, I always I loved the idea of an MMO, like being able to just make friends and like go on adventures and you know, exist in this world together. But like it's so hard. Actually, I had an easier time making friends in free-to-play MMOs than I did in like Final Fantasy 14, which is really funny. But maybe it's because I was just a kid and I would bother people. But yeah, I would just play any free-to-play one I could. Fond memories of playing Arcade, Beta, and Russia at my grandma's on the floor. Soon to be Final Fantasy 11. Soon to be Final Fantasy 11. I look at MMOs now and I'm like, that's too much of a time investment. I didn't make friends. I played them as functionally single-player games. I wanted to make friends. I wanted friendship. I wanted friendship from my MMOs. He protected the spirit mediums of minority. Oh wait, discriminated against, abused their power. Fate gave the crystal she made him. Okay, I think it's the research notes with the Mitama. So it was made in Japan, but this is from Quran. Yes. You stated that Ami Faye had the crystal made for your ancestors. So am I to assume it was made in Japan? Like Final Fantasy 14. I love it since I don't need to make friends in the game. I like 14 because it had a story that was interesting that you didn't have to piece together or whatever. That was my thing, was like when I wanted to play 14, I had never played an MMO that had a decent story or like one that I particularly cared about. So when 14 came into my life and I was like, I'm gonna play it. I love Final Fantasy, but I don't like. I was just like, and 2 MMOs in this very like narrative heavy line. I hate it. Like, why? MMOs will never have good stories. I never played WoW or anything. So, oh my god. So I had like, I didn't really like free to play MMOs don't have good stories or anything. Oh my god, this is a lot of boxes I've just been handed. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. And so I thought it was a waste of time. Like, I loved Final Fantasy as, like, Final Fantasy. But, yeah. Yeah. I just was like, it's never gonna be good. Thank you. Oh my god. That's ours. Oh, it is? I was like, that's crazy. They didn't give us one. Oh, okay. Oh my god, that's crazy sweet. For me, it wasn't necessary that I didn't want to make friends, but I did know how to interact with people in an MMO. But I didn't know how to interact with people in an MMO. I only knew how to communicate on forums and Discord. That's fair. I remember I made friends with in one MMO that I played the most out of like all the free-to-play MMOs I ever played. I actually made like friends and we added each other on Facebook, but now my Facebook account got deleted, so I don't talk to them anymore, and we kind of all stopped talking and everyone like split apart and went their own ways, and there was a little bit of drama, but like it was really fun. I thought they were fun people. Probably I was like 14. I shouldn't probably have been talking to like 30-year-olds. I was also like, yeah, I'm totally like 18, you know, like I absolutely lied about my age. No one knew. Yeah. So am I to assume it was made in Japan? That's right. The craftsmanship is unbeatable. Well, that's strange. I don't see how your so-called crystal could have been made there. What are you talking about? I've also been delivered food now. So I'm gonna be consuming a bit of it. Oh. I played MMOs when I was over the phase where I just steamrolled social interactions with confidence, but didn't figure out yet because autism. Aw. I just want to make friends. I used to bother my friends when I was a kid to like play free-to-play MMOs. I didn't figure out social. Okay. Cheesy. I would bother my friends that I was in school with to like download an MMO so we could all play together. Because like the idea of an MMO was really fun to me. Like you could just go on an adventure with your friends, but then they would never play. What are you talking about? It's quite obvious if you take a closer look at this.
Take that!
Take a look at the distinctive design here. According to Dr. Buff, it's a Mita motif dating back to the early days of the Kingdom of Quran. I have a question. Was that blood? Was that blood on this? There is blood on it. Oh. I feel like MMOs and being online and like Gaia and stuff were kind of like how I got social interactions, but I think it had like a double-edged sword effect for me. Where like, because I was online with people that I had the game and the platform, and typically like if you're on Gaia, you probably like anime to some extent, or role-playing and like general like nerd things, you know? So those are the people that I related to because we were all doing the same thing. So now that I'm older and I never identified this issue until like the last year of my life, I struggle to socially interact with people who do not have that shared common interest because I thought small talk was stupid, and I internalized that I am different and people are gonna think I'm weird. So now I struggle to speak about myself. So now I have habits that are, I wish to form connections with people, but because in my mind I have habitually been like, oh no, we're different and they'll never understand me, I now struggle to make connections with people who are just regular in my everyday life. Like I talked about this like last stream, but I've worked with my coworker for 12 years now, and they know nothing about me. Why do people like milkshakes? They're so thick. I'm also lactose intolerant. That, all of that. Yeah. And it's like a struggle to like be like, I could talk about myself, but then I'm nervous about that. I work on that in therapy all the time. I'm just like, it comes up like every session. But like, the more that I kind of do it, the more that like people talk to me like genuinely, and it's weird. Because it's like, you don't need to be into anime to like be friends with somebody. It just makes it a lot easier. But I had my coworker tell me some crazy shit about her past when I was a kid. Okay, but I remember at a time when that wasn't a problem. It was also different when being nerd wasn't as commonly okay. And now it's kind of more publicly okay, yeah. I feel like I still latch onto that, you know, like I don't show people in real life my artwork because I'm like, oh, I draw anime, and they're gonna think that's stupid and weird and not good, you know? We're like, it's probably more common now that people are gonna think that it's weird, right? That you draw little silly guys. Wow. The Kingdom of Quran. Mm-hmm. And you base this on... Here, this piece of evidence, Your Honor. The struggle continues, but I believe... Yeah. I'm trying to do better. It's like the conscious effort of like... like, someone says something... One sec, I need to like wipe off my face. It's like someone says something, for example. Or like asks a question. And like internally I'm just like, oh, no, I can't share anything about myself. But then it's just like the like before answering, taking a second and thinking in my brain at like hyper speed, like having a brain blast and being like, actually, I could say something potentially really stupid right now, and who cares? I yearn for connection. I want friends. I want close relationships with people that are real. Not that you guys aren't real, but it's like, it's not the same. It's not the same. These are the objection. I yearn for connection. You did good at the bar at New Year's, besides us leaving without saying bye. Yep. They were like, you want to go to the bar and do shots? And then the lady at the bar was like, here's your bill. And we're like, I guess we're going home now. These are the doctor's research notes on the Founder's Orb. This is the box in which the orb was originally stored. It features the same pattern as the one found on the orb. They do look like the same pattern. Therefore, I assert that the disputed item must have been made in the Kingdom of Karan. Wow! Oh, he broke it! He broke his precious Italian plastic! The Karain channeling technique originated in the Kingdom of Karan. And Ami Faye is known to have traveled there to train. With that in mind, what's to say she didn't bring the pattern back with her?
Objection!
She would know it's a sacred symbol! She would know! At my own work, I've been trying to like talk to people more, like that I don't particularly work with, and it's been wild. Besides this box being cold, it's so much better than the K-pop one. Yeah, it's crazy. Since it's clearly a Karanese design, not even you can deny. The possibility that it was made there, in the Kingdom of Karan.
Objection!
Anything's possible to some extent, that doesn't make it true. So you can't conclude that the orb is from Karan, based solely on that pattern. If it were that simple, I could just as easily say it's Japanese. I'm surprised they didn't go with the Japanifornia. I have to agree with Mr. Wright. The pattern alone proves nothing. But that also means there's no basis to claim the item in dispute was made in Japan either. At this rate, we're going nowhere fast. Ugh, he's right. We're just spinning our wheels here. I wonder if we have any evidence that could break this stalemate. Evidence that could break this stalemate. Not that one. I don't know if it exists. There doesn't seem to be anything we can use, at least not at this point. Well, unless we can find something, this trial won't be going anywhere. Oh, that's much better. What's his deal? I have a suggestion. Why don't we consider this a form from a different angle? I'm listening. What if the Defiant Dragons really were authorized to take possession of the relic? I'm afraid I don't know where you're going with this, Mr. Wright. What if the Defiant Dragons were the benefactor? Consider the orb transfer agreement, which states, I agree to hand over the Founder's Orb to the Defiant Dragons if I will come to no harm. What if, as the last part suggests, this was written under duress? That would render the agreement null and void. No, don't bring up an actual legal loophole, Phoenix. How dare you? What are you suggesting, Mr. Wright? Well, you were on your little cave expedition. I was investigating Dr. Buff's accident. And there was something you overlooked, Mr. Justice. Namely, that his accident might have actually been murder. Yes! I didn't overlook that. I guess Apollo did. I didn't. I was like, this is clearly murder. Sorry, I'm also eating at the same time. I'm sorry for like the moments of quiet. What? Murder? Murder? Mr. Wright, you do realize such statements are not to be made lightly. Are you suggesting the doctor was murdered by the Defiant Dragons? Yes, but follow me on this for a sec. This book that came tumbling down were from the archaeology shelf. However, among that mountain of books was a single volume on psychology. Analytical psychology. And you know who does analytical psychology? Athena. Get Athena up there. Athena killed him. What's more, there was some blood on it. And you feel this is important because the books that came tumbling down were from the top shelf, the archaeology books. Athena, get that guy. We know this because the doctor's books were meticulously organized by subject. Oh, heck. Archaeology took up the entire shelf, so that psychology book is completely out of place. Come to think of it, shelves were arranged quite carefully. It's all worth knowing that psychology books only take up a tiny part of the bottom shelf. You might wonder why a book on psychology was found amid the pile of archaeology books, but I believe I can explain what that single out-of-place book was doing there. The doctor was struck from behind while selecting a psychology book from the shelf. And that's when the blood got on the book. Precisely. And to make it look like an accident, he was buried under a mountain of archaeology books. Wait a second. This is all just speculation, right? Well, do you have any proof that it was murder? Of course I do. You do? On a hunch, I had Detective Sky examine the doctor's head wound. She found that he had been struck by the corner of some object or another. What? A wound like that couldn't have resulted from a fall to the floor, you know. Not if he didn't bonk his head off a table. Do you understand what this means, Mr. Justice? The wound makes it crystal clear that Dr. Buff was murdered. Okay, yeah, that's great. We're in a civil case right now over the dispute of an orb, Phoenix. What the fuck does this have to do with the ownership of the fucking orb right now? Why are you shook? We get to go in criminal case and work together. Well, that was unexpected. Who'd have thought we'd break out of the stalemate like that? He pulled the ladder right out from under us, so to speak. Still, if he thinks it's enough to make me back down, he's got another thing coming. I will become a prosecutor. Even if the cause of death was murder, what makes you think it was the Defiant Dragons? You should know better than to hurl baseless accusations.
Objection!
Did you forget who you were up against, Mr. Justice? That's all I do. That's the tenets of our office. Baseless accusations and make them true. That's the Phoenix right way. Sorry, once again. The dumb smile. God, I love these games. Yeah, they're so stupid. I love them so much. Huh? You didn't actually think I'd come to court without witnesses and evidence, did you? What are you talking about? I would like to request further testimony from the plaintiff. Specifically, I would like the court to hear how he saw one of the rebels leaving the crime scene. He saw what? Get Dad's up on the witness stand. If you can prove it was murder, that's the end of our client's right to the orb. No, it's not. I hope. Oh, yeah, it is. Actually, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, I get it. I was like, oh my god, Phoenix, what is bringing up Emma's murder? That doesn't mean that we did it. Did he have us asleep the whole time? How can Mr. Wright do this to us? He was just waiting to spring this trap. Hey. This trial has taken another unexpected turn, but I must mention, Mr. Wright, that you have yet to identify the murder weapon. The book. The object used to commit the murder was not located at the scene of the crime. The murderer luckily disposed of it elsewhere. Smith was struck with a corner of some object. The time of death is between 10 and 11 p.m. Well, I never thought we'd be deliberating the issue of murder at a civil trial. All right, Mr. Attition Whipperson, your testimony, if you please. Prepare to be dazzled. Dazzled by a charismatic ordination forged by the crucible of campaign battles. Alright, I'm going to take a second and finish my food. Because it's like right here, tantalizingly smiling at me. So I'm going to turn on the eating beer. I'm going to mute and I'm going to finish my food. And you got a nice little Ace Attorney diddle to keep you company. And I'll be right back. What's even better is when meeting peeps online and then meeting them in person. Next level. Yeah, that shit's so crazy. That's just so crazy. You're so right. My people I've been playing with 14 with, I met them during Endwalker and Random Hideland Extreme Run, and now we have all hung out in person multiple times. It's awesome. That's so cool. My brother once, so I bothered my brother for a really long time to play 14, and he started playing, and then he kind of met a girl, but then like in the area, and then she ended up moving across the country, and they didn't end up like being together. But then his current girlfriend plays 14. I don't know if they met in 14. No, they met doing trivia, but they both play, and it's kind of like he canceled his sub now because he doesn't have any money, but it was kind of like a fun little thing for them to do together, you know. 14 MMOs bringing people together. It is crazy though. My friend came to Canada from Scotland for the Eclipse like 2 years ago, and I got to meet them, and it was really crazy, hellishly nerve-wracking, but it was wild. It was wild meeting an online friend, and yeah. Hi Cecil, how are you? I've consumed my food, so now we can get back to this. Okay. That evening, I was walking alone, lost in thought. Oh, I didn't click back into the game. What food did you eat? I got a stupid meal from Burger King. It was a Mandalorian meal. I don't eat fast food very often, but this week has been K-pop Demon Hunters. And this stupid Burger King bundle. It's so stupid. I ordered kimchi, jeon, and Korean corn dog. Thanks, JF0. Hell yeah, all those are yummy. I passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. Arbol. How did you know his name? He was running out of the front door. It was around 10 at night. Surely that must have been him fleeing the scene of his crime. A vote for me is a vote to end such violence. That is my promise to you. The Mando meal. I've never had half of the things that oh my god, a swordfish from Burger King. I live very close to one, and I don't go very often. I've lived here for 3 years, and I've gone to Burger King 1 time, despite it being the closest fast food to me. So the plaintiff saw a possible suspect fleeing from the doctor's residence, and it was within the window of estimated time of death. What time did he go to hide the thing at, though? Do you have anything about that? That's our ball. What in the world were you doing there? So when I was a kid, Burger King cleared McDonald's so much. Now they're both just kind of meh. Aw. I know Burger King in Canada is separate than Burger King in the US. So I don't know. I never went to Burger King when I was a kid. The first time I went to Burger King was I was 18, and I was meeting my dad for the first time when we went to fucking Burger King. And he bought me a burger, and I was like, great. I think Burger King's fine. I think Burger King is, at least here, it's better than McDonald's, but it's also more expensive by a little bit, I think. A little bit. Yeah. Just like, my favorite, though, is A&W. And A&W Canada is separate from A&W US. And they have the best burger. Like, their burgers are, like, super meaty and, like, yummy. And they have, like, the perfect amount of seasoning. They're considerably more expensive than, like, Burger King or McDonald's, but they are so good. I wish A&W was good here. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's a rebel. What in the world are you doing there? Study photo updated in the courtroom. It seems Mr. Arbol was loitering about the Kurain village that day. There's evidence that he was in the doctor's study as well. Isn't that right, Mr. Justice? You mean the suitcase? I'm so glad me showing you A&W make you like it more than Wendy's. Yeah, now Wendy's is too greasy. Wendy's is just like sopping with grease and it sucks. Because as a kid, I was like, Wendy's. You must have been in quite a rush to leave that behind. Oh, and by the way, Your Honor, Mr. Arball just so happens to be sitting in the gallery today. Is there a gallery for civil court cases? See, that's him trying to escape as we speak. Bailiff, don't let that man get away. He's very good at getting away. Why, you backstabber? Why are you doing this to me? Alright, the counsel / defense may question the plaintiff / witness once more. Please proceed, Mr. Justice. That evening, I was walking alone, lost in thought.
Hold it!
Why were you taking a walk? Society is inundated with serious problems that must be solved, and as a politician, I am always on the job, thinking hard about the possible solutions even on my walks. Thanks for the non-answer. While we live out of our comfy lives, there are starving children who suffer in the back alleys of our major cities. It's not in me to ignore such suffering. A vote for me is a vote to end hunger and for world peace. Yes, Mr. Attention Wimperson, we are all well aware of your outstanding character. Now please continue with your testimony. I can practically hear my poll numbers surging. Now, on with my speech. After all, the voting public must be informed of the magnificence that is me. I passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. Arball. Oh, fuck. Now go back, go back.
Hold it!
Where exactly were you when you saw Mr. Arball? Right here, under this tree. I saw him dashing out of Mr. Buff's front door. And he didn't notice you? No, I was hidden by the tree. Is it really that important to know where the plaintiff saw Mr. Arball? Yes. Yes, I believe it matters a lot. I believe it matters a lot. I asked that if these be added to the witness's testimony. I was under this tree when I saw Mr. Arball.
Hold it!
What were you doing under that tree? A lack of lateral thinking. That is a politician's downfall. What? That is why, if I'm elected, I promise to think outside the box. The question was, what were you doing under the tree, Mr. Attention Wimperson? I suppose I can't expect the plebeians to yourself to understand my grand design. Oh yeah? Try me, O Lord of Plebes. Mr. Attention Wimperson, I believe the court is well aware of your grand political vision. Now, let's have the rest of your testimony, if you please. I can hardly wait for the upcoming election. There's even an election going on right now. He was running at the front door.
Hold it!
Did you notice anything unusual? Yes, his behavior was incredibly suspicious. His eyes were darting all around as he ran off in total panic. As soon as I saw that, I knew he had done something and it probably wasn't good. Despite that, you still didn't report it to the police. Who would have thought that he had killed Dr. Buff? Not me. That's why I didn't report him. Oh, I know it's... So the witness didn't notify the police. Is that an important statement? No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Yes, it is important. I request that the witness add it to his testimony. Sure, why not? I had no idea that Dr. Buff was dead. That's why I didn't call the police. How did you not know? The window's right there. I kind of wanted to hit him with it. I'm tired of speaking his voice.
Objection!
There we go. Mr. Attition Wimperson, rather than Arbol, Mr. Arbol, wasn't there something else that should have had your undivided attention? Like what? Oh, yes, of course. A politician must also keep his fingers on the electorate. Sorry, but you're way off. I am? Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice? If the witness saw Mr. Arbol from this position here, then he should have also been able to see the doctor's body. After all, it was right next to the huge window. Why, I believe you have a point there. With the body that clearly visible to the witness, it's unthinkable that he wouldn't have reported it to the police. Would the witness care to respond? Dude, snot bubbles in his nose. Ooey. Ugh. Did he fall asleep? Mr. Attition Wimperson. Mr. Attition Wimperson. Huh? Oh, there are many sides to any issue. What did I ever do to deserve this? In any case, I'd like the court to acknowledge the inconsistency in the witness's testimony. Mr. Attition Wimperson, did you really see Mr. Arbol? Yes!
Hold it!
What the fuck? Oh, yes, leaves. Where do you think you're going? Oh, I thought I'd return to my seat, seeing as I already answered the question. This isn't some small town hall debate, so you just stay right there until I say we're through. I'll have to run that by my campaign manager before.
Objection!
Nope. Mr. Attition Wimperson, I think it's time for you to come clean. Huh? So then, does this mean he didn't see Mr. Arbol? As your lawyer, Mr. Attition Wimperson, I advise you divulge that matter we discussed. Silence is no longer an option. Are you sure about this? I'm in the midst of running for office. I can't afford to let any strange rumors get out. Don't worry, you won't suffer any blowback for what you're about to reveal. Blowback? I'm not sure I like the sound of that, Mr. Wright. Not to worry, Your Honor. Nothing untowards will come of this, I promise. Now then, Mr. Justice. Remember how it was an anonymous caller that reported the doctor's death? Come to think of it. Yeah, he did it the next fucking morning. Emma, who was the first one to discover the body? About that, whoever it was, it seems they wanted to remain anonymous. What? It happens now and then. Some people would rather not get involved with the police. Wait, you're not saying that... Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. The anonymous source who contacted the police after discovering the body was my client, Mr. Politician Wimperson. What? You don't say. So you see, he played his part as a concerned citizen quite admirably, if I might say so. Isn't that right? Yes, indeed. In our society today, there are too many whose indifference over righteous action. But I don't number among them. That's why I did my duty as a concerned citizen. One might call me the model citizen, one worthy of standing above the rest. What a real standard bearer he is, reporting it anonymously. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Justice, wasn't there someone else at the scene of the crime when my client discovered the body? Oh, you mean Arbol, Mr. Arbol. He would have been leaving the doctor's house right around then. Wait, that means... Yes, it does. In short, what my client witnessed was Mr. Arbol fleeing the scene of a heinous murder. And that's not all. Based on what we've heard so far, Mr. Arbol looked exceedingly suspicious, and that's putting it mildly. We already know that the Defiant Dragons threatened the doctor with bodily harm. And now that they've killed him, the so-called orb transfer agreement is null and void. Ah! Apollo, if we don't come up with some sort of counter-argument, and what sort of evidence do you have? Can you actually prove that it was Mr. Arbol who killed the doctor? That's all circumstantial, bitch. That move had desperate written all over it. It's all I've got, so I'm going with it. Evidence? I suppose it's true that I don't have any. Never have, never will. I knew it. But I do have another witness. You do? You should know I always come fully prepared, Mr. Justice. No, you don't! What a liar! That's a bluff! Oh my god, y'all remember that one case that he did when he got hit in the head with a fire extinguisher before fucking going out and he didn't even remember his own goddamn name or where he was? That's not called preparation. That's called being dumb. My new witness will provide testimony proving Mr. Arbol's guilt. A new witness? I wonder who it could be. He's never been ready a day in his life, and it never shows. Yeah. Very well, bailiff. Please summon our new witness. In the meantime, the court will take a brief recess. I would like both sides to use this time to prepare properly. Understand? Prepare properly. Properly prepare. That's not what we're good at. May 7th. That's today! That's today, guys! It's May 17th! That just says today! Holy shit! Oh my god, that's today. Oh my god, this is perfect. Losing my goddamn mind. When that happens. Yeah, what are the chances? That's crazy. I wish for this to happen at some point. I'm glad it finally happened. Wow, I knew Mr. Wright would put up a tough fight, but... Oh my god, Blue Discus. Yeah, just when I thought we had him, he turned the tables on us. He really is the turnabout terror. I can't let him blindside us again. Looks like they got me. 3 times in 1 year. That's a new record. That's, please, no more new records or bad puns while you're at it. It's hard enough trying to help you as it is. Roger that, I'll be more careful next time. That's, is what Mr. Wright said true? Did you really pay a visit to Dr. Buff that night? Sure did. Can't remember the exact time, though. All I know is he wouldn't hand over the orb. Someone put it in his head that we rebels were dangerous. That's why he threw me out. So the doctor was still alive when Dad saw some. We still have to prove it, though. Better brace yourself, son. The next witness's testimony could make or break this case. Yeah, I know. Hey, where's Trucy? She went to go see her dad. Maybe she's still mad. More like worried. Worried that this trial will create a rift between you two. And that you might then leave the agency. I mean, that was the whole point of the last game. He was like, I'm gonna leave the agency. I gotta do this on my own. I gotta do this above the law. Or below the law. She has an active imagination. Excuse me, the trial will resume shortly. Well then, let's go see what the new testimony awaits us. Get Dats up there. Get him to speak his truth. May 17th, that's today! That's today! That's today! That's today! Alright, court is back in session. Mr. Wright, you said you had a witness. Your Honor, I'd like to call the lone survivor of the doctor's murder to the stand. Wait, he can't mean that Sarge is here. You mean Dr. Buff's reclusive son. How did you get him to cooperate? Nothing a little persuasion couldn't handle. The poor child only agreed to help if it meant catching the killer. Getting a kid like that to overcome his fear, now that's impressive. This must be really important testimony for the kid to come out out in public like this. He's gonna show up with his little drone. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please call your witness to the stand. Yeah, it's just a little drone. I can't wait. I love this little guy. Oh my.
Sergeant Buff, at your service!
He's here as the drone. Really? Mr. Wright, what exactly is the meaning of this? Past drama has rendered it impossible for the witness to venture into public. Leaving home was hard enough, and it seems leaving the witness lobby was just too much. But I would like to continue with testimony delivered via this drone. I understand it must be terrible to lose one's father like that, but testimony via a remote-controlled toy. Ah, well, let's take things for a spin and see how it goes. Just who's piloting this trial anyways? The judge sure warmed up to the idea fast. I think the phrase you're looking for is gave up.
You disappoint me, Corporal Justice. To think I once called you a brother.
That should be illegal to do in court.
Defending the man who killed Papa? That's full-on treason, soldier. I hereby devote you back down to private.
Corporal, private. What's he talking about, Apollo? It's a long story. Now then, are you ready to testify, youngster?
Locked and loaded, sir, ready to rain lead down upon the perpetrator.
What happened that evening?
Papa met with someone that night and he died. I didn't have eyes on the ground as I'd already mounted my siege defense, but I did hear him arguing with somebody in his study. From my window, I saw the one designated Dance getting ejected from the premises. After that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time. He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. I just know it.
So he was thrown out, but later returned and committed the murder, did he? Yes, Your Honor. So the man my client saw really must have been fleeing Mr. Arbol. Objection! Right, you backstabber no good. I didn't kill no one.
It's the enemy! Ready all missiles and fire! Capitalist pig! I'll turn you into pork stroganoff! And that's just a taste of my ultimate anti-swine weapon!
Oh, it fires missiles too? Yes, well, the witness is all yours, Mr. Justice. What happened that evening?
Papa met with somebody that night. He died.
Hold it!
Your father met with someone. Could you be more specific?
No, I was in the midst of my crucial defensive siege operation.
Right. You're referring to how you don't leave your room, correct?
You never know when the enemy might be lurking outside the siege perimeter.
What about, school?
Oh, I don't go to boot camp. I'm a soldier. My sergeant doesn't associate with rookies still too green to fight.
With a kid like this, I bet Dr. Buff won't be getting any rest in the afterlife either. It was very brave of you to come to the courthouse today. But what was that you said about a siege defense?
Oh, that? Well, I didn't have eyes on the ground as I'd already mounted my siege defense, but...
Hold it!
Sarge? I've always wondered. Who or what are you battling?
That's classified.
Even so, it may be relevant to this case. I don't know if you're the right person to be asking about things like that. That's right. Such matters need to be handled with certain delicacy. Oh, I guess curiosity got the better of me.
You're all talking, no action, soldier. Out on the battlefield, it ain't the number of pretty orders in your repertoire, but the number of bullets in your gun belt that counts.
Easy for you to say. You're the one with all of them. Would the witness please tell this court what he saw and heard that night?
I did hear him arguing with somebody in his study.
Hold it!
What was the argument about?
I heard things like, "Where's the orb?" and "Are you defiant dragons really criminals?" It sounded real volatile, like a war might break out in any second.
So the two of them had an argument when Dats came to get the orb. Did you see or hear anything else?
Yeah, I heard them arguing and then silence. From my window, I saw the one designated Dats getting ejected from the premises.
Hold it!
How was Mr. Arbol acting?
Like a conquered trooper retreating with his tail between his legs.
A trooper? Well, I guess he does dress like he's in the military. I bet those two would have really hit it off had they met under different circumstances. Yeah, I can see that.
And so, the defeated soldier was expelled, but that wasn't the end. After that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time.
Hold it!
That does seem suspicious. Fuck. Dats!
He kept hiding behind trees and telephone poles and stealing glances at our house.
Well, couldn't exactly leave without the orb.
But he was angry that he'd been kicked out. He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. I just know it.
Hold it!
But don't you keep your front door locked? Don't you keep your front door unlocked? If so, then anyone could have gotten in.
That's true. Papa didn't keep our house locked up. He said there was no need because there were only good people in Karain village.
Yet he ended up dead anyways.
Only a monster could do what they did to my kind, trusting papa. There will be no mercy. I vow swift and terrible vengeance. I'll carpet bomb the killer with everything in my arsenal. Fire!
Well, I sympathize with you, witness. You will refrain from firing Gatling guns in this court. So, Sarge saw Dats too. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse. I wonder why he hung around after being thrown out. I hate to say this, but if Dats is proven to be the killer, we lose the orb to the plaintiff. Our only option is to prove that the Defiant Dragons has nothing to do with the murder. I'll with someone that night. Okay, well, it has to be someone who knew about psychology, right? Like, large bookcase. Was struck with the corner of some object. The time of death is between 10 and 11 p.m. Man lingered on the perimeter for some time. Where's the ground? How about someone the night he died? I didn't have eyes on the ground, but as I'd already mounted my siege defense, but I did hear him arguing with somebody in his study. From my window, I saw the designated Dats getting ejected from the premises. Wait, how? I'm gonna ask this one. I'm gonna try using the map.
Objection!
Nope, not that one. Please take a look at this piece of evidence, child. I'm looking, but what am I supposed to see? As your boss and mentor, here's a bit of advice. Never present evidence before you have a good grasp of the situation at hand. Right. Sorry. And as the presiding judge, here's a penalty. Ouch. Double team for just doing what Mr. Wright always does anyway. I bet he's enjoying being on the other side of this. Phoenix, really? Yeah.
Objection!
It's not that. Athena, give me my consulting thing. I'm kind of glad the consult exists on this. It makes it a lot less tedious to find the right answers, except on divination seances. Is it just me, or does this statement sound a little dubious? You know what? You're right. Thanks, Athena. Anytime. Now let's take another look at the evidence. Okay, so it is on. I didn't have eyes on the ground as I'd already mounted my siege defense, but... So how the fuck do you know?
Objection!
Okay, it's not that. It's not. Okay. Already mounted my siege defense.
Objection!
Assume the note then? Something off about that statement. Seemed perfectly reasonable to me. No, something's definitely not right if you listen really carefully. A gambler once sang, you got to know when to hold 'em, when to fold 'em. Oh, I love this one. Know when to walk away, know when to run. I don't know which penalty hurts more, the judge or their singing.
Objection!
Not that one. This is my last one, so I gotta reload this one. Okay, so it was didn't have eyes on the ground as I already mounted my siege defense.
Objection!
Oh yeah, how did you not have? Okay, I'm dumb. Sarge, are you hiding something from me? I'm a little stupid. That would have been really easy.
How dare you question your superior officer like that? You want to get on with the Stroganoff action with Pig Boy over there, soldier?
Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile-proof.
What?
Would the defense care to explain? It's simple, Your Honor. Just as he is able to see what is happening in court right now, Sarge was able to see what was happening in the study then. With his cherished drone, of course. Ah, now that you mention it. And to think, the answer was right before our eyes this whole time. Yeah, I feel fucking stupid about that, because I was like, the answer's right there, right? I'm stupid. Literally, it was so obvious, and I'm just like, Sarge, you were perfectly capable of patrolling the study that night, so you must have seen something.
Oh no, he's leaking oil. I'm hit. What is this strange new weapon that you're using against me?
Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles because evidence is our weapon of choice, and the evidence has exposed your bald-faced lie. My truth bomb, Sarge, has stripped your defenses bare.
Truth bomb? No! Oh! Mayday, I'm going down!
Oh my, are you alright?
But evidence! Never have I seen such a fearsome ordinance!
Tell it to us straight, Sarge. After all, you want to help your father, don't you?
Papa?
Yes, you want to find out who killed him, don't you? So please, tell us what you saw that night.
It's not what you think. I didn't see anything, I swear.
You sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything. Sarge, you need to answer my question.
Shut your pie hole, maggot! It'll be a scorching day in Siberia before a lowly private like you orders me around.
What's with him in Siberia, of all places? But if a scorching day is what it'll take, then maybe it's time to turn up the heat. Hey, Athena, you think a therapy session might help? Oh! Yeah, it's been a while. I was like, wow, we're gonna get nowhere fast. I see your voice work improving. It's amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying my best. You know, it's like, oh, you want to learn how to do voice acting? Just play all the Ace Attorney games and voice every character.
Well, I could help alleviate some of his anxiety.
True.
Plus, I'm picking up a ton of discord in Sarge's voice. That usually means the patient wants to say something, but can't for some reason.
And in Sarge's case, I imagine whatever's plaguing him is pretty severe. It's gonna be like,
No, don't use psychology on me! My dad died because of a psychology book!
in that case, I'll leave it to you and your mood matrix magic.
You got it.
Your Honor,
I believe I can be of help here.
time for a therapy session, is it, Miss Sykes?
Yes, it will help the witness with his anxiety. Maybe even enough to testify. Maybe enough to even leave his room.
Well, by all means, please bring the poor child into the light of day. Oh, but I assume this will be all right with you, Mr. Ray. Why not? It's not like we all haven't been through this before.
What are you butting in for, lady? There ain't a place on the battlefield for you. Objection!
Oh my god. I can't believe he said that.
I beg to differ, Sarge. This G.I. Jane's always ready for a fight in the courtroom. And wait until you see what I've got in my arsenal. Analytical psychology. With it, I'm going to blow a big old hole in the armor you built around your heart. Wow! First evidence, now analytical psychology. Where are these WMGs coming from? Well, if it's a battle you want, bring it on. You may have started this war, but I'm gonna end it. Corpse woman Sykes! You got it, Sarge. Time to seek out the agony buried deep in your heart. Brace yourself.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. He's not pointing. He's pointing. Like, that's me when I'm trying to make a point just to chat. I'm just pointing at my screen like Sarge is pointing at the player, and I can't think of the words to say.
I stayed in my room with my drone that evening. I heard Dads and Papa arguing with each other. Dad got kicked out, but I saw him still hanging around outside. I was in my room, so I didn't know Papa was dead until the next day.
Maybe this is one where he's missing one. Why were you sad there, are you? Why were you sad to be in your room, child? Don't you like your room? No, that wasn't it. That wasn't. Psychology being a WMD and caring being an OSHA violation are the goofiest things I've heard today. I like to remember the shooting up insulin in the Apollo Justice game that Clavier said. That's gonna live with me forever when he said the victim was shooting up insulin, and the choice of words there was immaculate. Like the localization team was like, yeah, is Phoenix somewhere in the game? Yeah, he's on the other side of the bench. I can't believe they called my medication a drug. I can't, and I mean, it is a drug. Technically, it's a drug at the end of the day. But the way that it's worded is like, very much like an illegal drug. Like, yeah, you have a dealer. I only saw Apollo. Yeah, so right now, this is Apollo and Thena versus Phoenix. We're doing a civil court case that is turning into a murder about an orb. That is the current thing going on right now. This is the final case of Spirit of Justice beyond the DLC case. I'm assuming it's gonna start out with the court case of what is the orb, and then we're gonna find like 8 dead bodies. So is Phoenix the bad guy? No, Phoenix is the other attorney. Phoenix being a dork over there, he sure is. I suppose emotion isn't that a place given the testimony. Well, are you looking at his emotions as they relate to only a single statement? It's really important to look for emotional fluctuations between different statements too. Oh, right. Thanks for the reminder, Athena. All right, let's try that again. Okay. So he's sad here. Shocked. I mean, why are you really sad?
Got it!
That was on that one. Okay. I'm glad I can't lose on these.
Got it!
Okay, he got less shocked that his dad was dead. Okay. That's strange. You reacted with shock when you discovered your father's body. Yet, you weren't nearly as shocked then as when you saw Mr. Arbal. Normally, you'd expect the death of one's father to be much more impactful.
Enemy fire! Direct hit!
That is strange. I wonder what it could mean. Well, we know he wasn't as affected by his father's death as he should have been. And I think I know why. Oh. Sarge, you weren't as shocked as seeing your father's body as seeing Mr. Arbal because you'd already seen his body. Something else shocked you. Sarge, maybe the truth is you left your room that night. And that's when you saw it. Your father's body.
I saw no such thing.
Really? You didn't see his body? Alright then. What did you see? Look, Apollo, we've lost some noise. So, just as I suspected, he really did see something. Sarge, please, tell us what you saw.
Oh, but... The moment I saw it, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand to lose yet another loved one.
Huh? Am I missing something here? Do you not... Apollo, he told you his tragic backstory yesterday. What are you talking about? You don't remember? Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found out your father was dead? Because you had already sensed that he was a goner somehow, like Sean O'Connor.
Maybe.
Please, Sarge, what was it you saw on the night of your father's murder?
Oh, I saw. Whoa!
What's happening? I don't like where this is going.
No more, please!
Help!
I've confiscated your little toy. The battlefield has no place for unauthorized equipment.
Widget! Apollo, I can't continue this session without him. Calm yourself this instant, witness. I hereby order you to submit your therapy session. Submit to your therapy session. What are the blazes?
Look at me! I'm judge, jury, and executioner now. I hereby convene a military tribunal.
Whoa, whoa! This has gone way too far. Bailiff, arrest the drone this instant.
Roar!
Stop resisting.
Roar!
You really want to have that?
Fired!
Get Widget back right. Oh my god, this is so funny. He's in the defendant lobby. Just grab the controller from the kid. Kid is not going out without a fight, right? I finally got it back. Nice work. This witness is truly a handful.
Oh, 2, 3, 4. Whoa!
Miss Sykes, what's the witness's current psychological state? Let's see. He's emotionally all over the map. So his out-of-control emotions are in control of him, huh? Does that mean we can calm him down if we can figure out the root cause? Yeah, so let's see what we can find. Sarge, can you hear me?
Oh, is that you, Corpse Woman Sykes?
I'm here now. I want you to take a few deep breaths. Just try to relax. Try with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. The current state is being a little shit, yeah.
In, out. In, out.
And now, let your emotions take you where they will. Go on, just let it all out.
Whoa! All forces, attack!
That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I've ever seen. Oh no, we're overloaded! Oh no!
That's was still hanging around after he got kicked out when... I heard more fighting, and I got worried about Papa. So I left my room, but suddenly, I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room, and Papa grinning with delight. And that's when he must have been killed. If only I hadn't passed out.
So he has 2 out-of-control emotions, huh? And all we have to do is find out what's causing them to run wild like this. Yes, whatever the cause, it should appear somewhere in the mood matrix. Let me know if you think you found it. Easier said than done. I don't suppose you have any ideas on where to start. Well, I would think about Sarge's personality and his past. Those are the things that shape a person's emotions. You should be able to find something to work with from there. I was too engulfed in reading his. I really like Sarge doing this stupid voice for him. I'm pretty sure it's the flame.
Got it!
Then I just went through the whole thing and then was like, oh yeah, that's it. Sarge, you were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you?
Was I?
Yes, just 6 months ago, you and your mother were caught up in an arsonist blaze. So it's no wonder you would be extremely scared of fire.
Yes, that does make sense.
And maybe, your subconscious fear of fire is what caused you to withdraw from the world.
What do you mean, Corpse Woman Sykes?
In the outside world, you were bound to come across all sorts of fire. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even a grill at a diner. Even if it's not that often, just the idea that you might see them grew bigger and bigger until you couldn't shut it out.
I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes. Just thinking about them sends this chill down my spine.
Well, the things I take for granted. Candles and cigarettes.
Now I see. I was afraid of the fire. Strange. I didn't even realize it myself.
About that fire, Sarge, can you tell me what it was burning? Just stay calm and maybe something will come to you.
Oh,
Radiant copter form.
Oh! I'm starting to remember. It was that relic! That relic that Papa was studying! It was on fire!
The orb was on fire.
It's still kind of fuzzy. But yes, the orb was burning right in front of Papa. And there, in the flames, was Mama? Yes, now I remember. I saw Mama up here amid the dancing flames.
What? What? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. But what's going on here? Maybe it's a memory from the fire that killed his mother. He might be confusing it with what really happened when his father died. So let me guess. More therapy. Yep. But this time, it seems there's an inconsistency in his statements. What in the Castlevania? I think we should be able to prove it with evidence at hand. I hope this inconsistency is the key to proving that the relic really is the Founder's orb. I like that she draws a smiley face.
Dad was still hanging around after he got kicked out when I heard more fighting and I got worried about Papa. So I left my room and suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room and Papa grinning with delight. The relic was on fire. I saw Mama's face inside. And that's when Papa must have been killed if only I hadn't passed out.
Okay. Wait a second. Okay, yeah, it could have been the orb. He hit it before he died.
Objection!
Maybe not? What in the fucking timeline is this? So, did he not hide it before he died? Oh, maybe I have to do it to the last one. I have to do it to the last one. Say, Apollo, it's hard to say that his father was burning the orb when he was killed. But that doesn't seem funny to you, considering that the doctor was up to that night. It doesn't add up. Yeah, I know. I put it on the wrong one. I know the answer. I'm just stupid. I didn't show my work.
Objection!
There we go. Okay. Don't blame yourself, Sarge. After all, even if you hadn't passed out, the outcome would have been the same.
Well, what do you mean?
I can't wait for there to be 2 orbs, and then they have to figure out which one's the Founder's Orb and which one is the orb, the Crystal of Amife. Like, that's gonna be the actual thing that's gonna happen, isn't it? There's gonna be 2 orbs. I'm talking about the time of death. Your father wasn't killed right after you left your room.
What? Explain yourself at once, Private Justice.
You said you saw your father burning the orb, right? But that night, he went out to hide it in a cave. So, what you saw, Sarge, was something that happened before your father left to hide the orb. So you see, you didn't pass out right before he was killed. You passed out right before he left for the cave to hide the orb in the ruins within.
So even if I hadn't passed out?
That's right. The outcome would have been exactly the same. That's because your father, Dr. Buff, was killed after he returned from the ruins. And therefore, Sarge, there's no need for you to blame yourself.
Oh, I see. Private Justice, can you really say I bear no blame in this?
Why do you ask?
Because the truth is, if I hadn't engaged in my siege defense, Papa would still be alive.
Sarge.
Papa wished nothing more than for me to lead a happy, healthy life. That's why he quit his job and moved us away from the big city. But even then, I didn't have the courage to set foot into the outside world. And in the end, I failed to make Papa's wish come true.
Aw, poor kiddo. Sarge? If you want to make your father's wish come true, if that's what you really want, then who's to say it's too late? Why don't you take the first step now?
My first step?
That's right. You can cast off all your regrets. You can stop standing still and start moving forward. You have the power within you. I know from experience. I know what it's like to feel like you do. But only you can decide to take that first step. If you don't change your tactics now, Sarge, the victory you seek in the war you're waging will always lie beyond your grasp.
I think I understand now. I've made up my mind. As of this moment, I will suspend my siege defense indefinitely.
If he comes out here, I'm still giving him this annoying voice. Oh, he's in a wheelchair? Oh. Oh. I didn't expect the kid to be in a wheelchair. Oh, it's a... Huh?
Sergeant Buff, reporting for duty.
What? I thought you were a guy. You're definitely not the gruff drill sergeant I envisioned.
Well, my mama was in the Russian army.
I was just as shocked, but it certainly explained a few things when I found out. May I introduce you to Miss Army Buff? Ah! Oh! Army buff age 12. No, no way.
Careful, soldier. Don't forget I could blow you away in a moment's notice.
The names are perfect. They are. She's just too cute. So, have you always been in a wheelchair, Sarge?
Negative. Only since I was injured. In the fire.
Your voice sounds awfully different from before. No, it doesn't. Not anymore, it doesn't.
Like drone features a voice modulation device. It's just one of my army's many technological marvels.
Well, you fooled me. I thought some 20-something military fanatic was at the controls.
If it's the same to you, troops, I'd like to continue my testimony. I've just remembered something, and it's as crisp and clear as the trumpet at roll call.
What did you remember?
It wasn't my mother who appeared in the burning orb. It was some lady Papa had shown me a picture of a long time ago. He said it was...
Oh, it was the lady.
The Holy Mother, the founder of Quranism. She appeared right there, right in the burning orb.
Huh? It's the Founders Orb! Fuck you, Phoenix! Fuck you! We win! We win! The Holy Mother of Quranism was in the burning orb. What does that even mean? I have a bad feeling about this. Could it be? Could this explain what Sarge means by the Holy Mother appearing in the burning orb? I'm just gonna check. What's with the reading glasses? Are you guys all blind?
Take that!
Dr. Buff's research notes. What do they have to do with this? Look at this. The burning orb, the appearance of the founder. This part points to both.
Take that!
There's a legend about the orb involving a mysterious riddle. This song, in turn, is said to contain the key to solving it. If the legend is true, then I believe the answer lies in part of the song. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire. Only then shall the Holy Mother return. Well, anyone else see where I'm going with this? Prayers as fervent as fire. Ah, you're supposed to set the orb on fire? The whole stanza seems to suggest the founder will appear if the orb is set on fire. Wait, so the doctor, he... Yes, Athena. He had solved the ancient riddle of the founder's orb. Oh my. What if the Holy Mother killed him? We had to put the Holy Mother on the stand?
Papa was a great archaeologist, so I believed in him. And I want to believe he achieved his long-time dream of solving that riddle before he died.
Well, we won't know for sure until we try it ourselves. Set the orb on fire! Mods, set the orb on fire, now!
Yes, do it, Private Justice, please. I want to see what Papa was searching for with my own eyes.
Objection!
Then, the plaintiff must object to this.
Objection!
The plaintiff will stand down and be quiet. That's perfect. That's perfect. I need a screenshot of that. Oh my god. The plaintiff will shut his fucking mouth. Set it on fire.
Objection!
You don't have the right to set a precious relic like that on fire. You don't have a right to stop me. Oh, but I do. All I needed was Sarge's permission, since we still don't know if this treasure is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Ami Faye. Any ownership rights the Doctor had now belong to his daughter. Therefore, you have absolutely no right to stop us, Phoenix. Phoenix wrong. Very well, Mr. Justice. I never thought I'd be saying this, but you may burn the evidence. This is so a skateboard. All right, here we go. Oh my god, this is anime. Anime. Offer your prayers. Offer your prayers. As fervent as. Why is it rotating?
Look! Apollo, inside the orb. It's melting.
Oh my god. There's something in there. Oh no, you can't see your face! You're gonna be cursed for eternity! You're not allowed to see your face! Stop it! Oh my god, chat, you're all cursed! We're all cursed. Dirk, isn't she? Her garb leaves no room for doubt. It's the founder herself. Look away! Look away! Don't look at her! No! Face it all. I don't understand. The greatest of taboos in Quranism is the depiction of the founder's face. Yet here it is, hidden within this orb. Founder's orb updated in the court record. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but as you can see, the issue is crystal clear. This figure is the Holy Mother, founder of Quranism. And based on that, this must be none other than the founder's orb.
Objection!
Be that as it may, Mr. Arbol still may have killed the doctor. If so, it would render the orb transfer agreement null and void. But that also means that if it's the founder's orb, it does not go to politician. It goes to the daughter. Don't play dumb, Mr. Wright. The truth of the matter has already been proven. Dr. Buff wasn't killed right after Sarge saw Mr. Arbol. It happened after the doctor came back from hiding the orb. And you have no proof that Mr. Arbol was still around at the time. Your claim that the Defiant Dragons were behind the crime doesn't hold water. And that means the orb transfer agreement is still perfectly valid. Admit it, Mr. Wright. I just burned your whole case to the ground. Oh. No! Come on, pull one of your bluffs, buddy. Let's go! Let's go! I won? I actually won? We don't know that. The judge has not made a verdict yet. Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? Respond? I didn't think so. Wait, did we just win? Did we actually beat the turnabout terror? You're amazing, Apollo. Don't just stand there, right? Do something! Well, I don't think there's any digging out of this hole. Mr. Attition Wimperson, I think it's time for your concession speech. I have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is the Founder's Orb. The facts don't lie, but you obviously do. So how's that for a campaign slogan? Why, you contemptuous peasant! I think this is a good time to wrap up this trial. If both parties have no further objections, I will render my verdict. What is it gonna say? Not guilty? No objections here, Your Honor. No. Peasant, typical politician, right? You can't do this! The crystal is mine! I'll lose the election if I lose that crystal! I'm sorry, but there's really nothing more I can do. You haven't forgotten about our little chat, have you? What's going on here?
Objection!
Your Honor, I object to the defense's last claim. What? I don't believe they have truly proven that the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb.
Objection!
Oh my god, please. Mr. Wright, I don't think even you could bluff your way out of this one. What possible argument could you have to claim that this isn't the Founder's Orb? About that. Oh, of course. He can't possibly have hit on something. The defense assertion is incomplete. And this is why. Their claim that this relic is the Founder's Orb is based on a legend. And that legend claims that the Founder will return when the riddle is solved at last. Right. And that's what happened. The Founder was revealed for all to see. But Mr. Justice, what about the rest of the legend? Huh? I don't know the second half. According to the legend, once the Founder returned, she would bestow spiritual power onto the person who solved the riddle. What? Okay. That sounds like a curse. You're kidding, right? Well, Mr. Justice, do you feel great spiritual power coursing through your veins? I mean, it would be with the dead man, right? Like, is it like, can you loophole this? Because if you're like, whoever solves the riddle gets great spiritual power, if the riddle solver tells everybody the riddle answer, then does everyone get great spiritual power? Or is it just the first guy? This is very unclear, because if it's just the first guy, then we don't know who the first guy was. And if it was the archaeologist, well, he's dead. So he got the blessing and then he died. Or maybe the great spiritual power is you get murked by a psychology book that flies off your shelf and smashes you in the head, and you gotta get the Holy Mother up there on the witness stand. I'm gonna accuse her of being a murderer. Oh, that'd be really funny if that's the way we're going. Get Jesus on the witness stand! I hope no one's religious, and I hope I'm not being offensive. Why, yes, I do. No. But receiving spiritual powers and stuff is all just a mystic mumbo jumbo, right? Maybe so, but you're the one basing your claim on said legend. And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? No, but consequently, you cannot rightfully claim that this is the Founder's Orb. I hate you so much, Phoenix. I hate you so much. But you don't even know what the Crystal of Omni-Fae looks like, do you? And they're gonna be like, it looks like this little orb. What's gotten into him? Why is Mr. Wright doing this? He put the office up a stake, I'm sure. It would appear that Mr. Wright has lost a few of his marbles. That couldn't be further from the truth, Your Honor. In any case, I believe this is a good time for a recess. Both sides will have 20 minutes to prepare. I ask that all arguments be ready by then. Oh, and Mr. Wright, you do well to wash up and find your missing marbles by then, too. I was like, yeah, we did it. We got close to the end. Okay, so this isn't even the end. This case, I've already looked at how long it is, and this case is only slightly shorter than Rise from the Ashes. So even like if we win this section, there is still multiple sections of this case to unravel because it's the finale of the story of this game. So this civil case is just a drop in the bucket of the entirety of this case, this chapter. This trial is case 5A. Yes, it is. Yes. Yes. What a wild case. Yeah. Mr. Wright is sure acting funny. I mean, he's famous for going out on a limb, but that last assertion was just plain crazy. Maybe Maya is the benefactor. It's either a bluff or a Hail Mary. Either way, it doesn't make much sense. Maybe there's something we're missing here. Although he seemed perfectly normal when we spoke earlier. Apollo, I have a bad feeling about this. I'm going to check up on him. She ran out of that room. What's going on with you, Mr. Wright? Hey, private just... Oh, Sarge.
I forgot to mention something. On the night of Papa's murder, a strange thing happened.
Oh, but why are you only telling me about it now?
Well, I didn't say anything before because I thought Papa's death was an accident. But now that we know otherwise, I figure it may be important.
There's still more to this case. Yeah, there's probably like 8 murders left to get through.
When I left my room and lost consciousness, I passed out right here. That's right above the coffee bar. But when I came to, someone was pushing my wheelchair.
What?
I was so scared I beat a hasty retreat as fast as my wheels could take me.
Do you know who it was?
No, it was pitch black. Plus, I fled to my room as fast. I didn't even have a chance to turn on the lights.
Maybe it was your father.
No, he would have said something to me. Besides, I'd have known if it was him.
So then it could have been your father's real killer.
My thoughts exactly.
But you didn't report this to the police?
It didn't even occur to me.
And It's okay. You were obviously so upset, so don't beat yourself up over it. Apollo, this could be really important information. I think the act of pushing Sarge's wheelchair could be part of some bigger scheme. It's hard to see why else the killer would have done such a thing. I guess I should take her statement down as evidence. Oh, welcome back, Athena. What's with the long face? How'd it go with Mr. Right? What should I... Athena? Oops, sorry. Sound out there for a second. Recess is almost over, so let's go. Oh, I don't like that. What was that all about? Dude's being blackmailed, ain't he? He's being blackmailed. Ugh. Athena's about to sabotage me. Alright, court is once again back in session. Now, Mr. Wright, about that last objection you raised. We, the plaintiffs, still believe that the defense has yet to sufficiently prove its case. They claim that, according to the legend, the Founder's Orb would bestow spiritual power, yet the relic in question has failed to do so. Therefore, it has failed its own test. Oh, I see. He's sticking with that ridiculous argument. Furthermore, even if it is the Founder's Orb, it can't be awarded to the Defiant Dragons. After all, they were the ones who killed Dr.
Objection!
What are you talking about? That was already proven to be false. There are no grounds for asserting. Did my internet just go out? Ah! Come on. Oh my god. Are we here? Am I back? Am I alive? Oh my gosh. No. No, 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 no. Don't do this to me, computer. Don't do this to me, internet. Come on. Everything's been fine. Are we alive? Chat. Chat if you can hear me. I'm so sorry. No! Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Stop that! Stop that! Are we good? Are we good now? Oh my god. Oh my god.